Welcome to our exploration of psychology fundamentals. In this video essay, we'll embark on a journey to uncover the essence of psychology, unraveling its mysteries and unveiling its significance in understanding human behavior and the mind. So, are you ready to get psyched? Let's go! The word psychology emerges from the depths of antiquity, born from the fusion of two Greek treasures: psyche, the breath of life, the essence of the soul, and logos, the study, the pursuit of knowledge. Exploring the roots of the word reveals its focus on the mind and behavior. According to American Psychological Association Dictionary, psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. It encompasses various subfields and methodologies aimed at understanding individual and group processes, cognitive functions, emotional experiences, and social interactions. Psychology seeks to uncover patterns, explore underlying mechanisms, and apply findings to enhance human well-being and address societal issues. In essence, psychology serves as a bridge between the complexities of human mind and the practicalities of everyday life. In psychodynamic psychology, the concept of the tip of the iceberg represents the notion that we consciously experience and perceive is just the surface level of our psyche, much like the visible tip of an iceberg above the waterline. Beneath the surface lies a vast and intricate realm of unconscious thoughts, emotions, and motives that influence our behavior without our awareness. Imagine the conscious mind as the visible tip of the iceberg, where we are aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. However, lurking beneath the surface are deeper layers of the unconscious mind, housing memories, desires, and fears that shape our behavior in subtle and profound ways. The psychodynamic approach explores the unconscious mind, investigating hidden motives and unresolved conflicts that influence behavior. Originating from Sigmund Freud's work, it introduces concepts like the id, ego, and superego, as well as defense mechanisms such as repression and projection. While some criticize its reliance on introspection and subjective interpretation, and Freud's focus on early experiences and sexual drives is questioned, the approach remains influential in modern therapy. Therapists use techniques like free association and dream analysis to uncover unconscious patterns, aiding personal growth. Despite controversies, the psychodynamic approach shapes our understanding of behavior and therapy practices. The behaviorism approach focuses on observable behaviors and how they are influenced by external stimuli without delving into internal mental processes. This approach, spearheaded by figures like John B. Watson and B. F. Skinner, emphasizes the importance of conditioning and reinforcement in shaping behavior. One of the intriguing concepts of behaviorism is classical and operant conditioning. Classical conditioning involves associating a neutral stimulus with an involuntary response, while operant conditioning explores how behavior is strengthened or weakened by consequences. Controversy surrounds behaviorism due to its neglect of internal mental states and subjective experiences, leading some critics to argue that it oversimplifies human behavior. Additionally, behaviorism's deterministic view, which suggests that behavior is solely determined by environmental factors, has been challenged by proponents of cognitive psychology. Nevertheless, behaviorism remains relevant in modern psychology, particularly in applications such as behavior modification, animal training, and cognitive behavioral therapy. By focusing on observable behaviors and the principles of conditioning, behaviorism provides practical techniques for understanding and modifying behavior in various contexts. The biological psychology approach traces its roots back to ancient civilization, where early theories like the humoral theory of personality posited that bodily fluids influence traits and behaviors. Despite its primitive nature, this theory laid a foundation for recognizing the link between bodily processes and psychological functions. Over time, concepts like dualism, championed by figures like Descartes, attempted to separate the mind and body. But the biological approach gained traction in the 20th century with the rise of neuroscience, physiology, and experimental psychology. In the 20th century, breakthroughs in neuroscience and pharmacology, including the identification of neurotransmitters and the development of psychiatric medications, revolutionized the understanding and treatment of mental disorders. Today, the biological psychology approach encompasses diverse fields like neurobiology, genetics, pharmacology, and endocrinology. Research in these areas has unveiled significant insights into the biological roots of mental disorders, shaping both pharmacological treatments and non-invasive interventions such as neurofeedback and transcranial magnetic stimulation. Moreover, this approach extends beyond mental health to areas like physiology and nutrition, highlighting the impact of factors like exercise, diet, and sleep on psychological well being. While the psychological medications play a vital role in treating mental disorders, their efficacy can be accompanied with side effects, necessitating their integration with psychotherapy and lifestyle changes for holistic care. Consequently, the biological approach continues to drive advancements in both research and clinical practice, offering crucial insights into mental health and well being. The cognitive approach in psychology delves into how people perceive, think, and solve problems, emerging in the mid 20th century as a counter to behaviorism focused on observable actions. Pioneers like John Piaget and Ulrich Neisser shaped cognitive psychology, unveiling theories on memory, language processing, and problem solving. This approach scrutinized mechanisms like schemas and cognitive biases, alongside exploring information processing models. Similarly, both the cognitive and biological approaches prioritize understanding behavior's underlying mechanisms, recognizing the crucial role of brain function and neural processes in shaping cognitive functions. While cognitive psychology emphasizes perception, memory, and problem solving, it sometimes overlooks social, cultural, and environmental influences on cognitive processes. Relying heavily on control experiments, it may struggle to capture the intricacies of real-world cognitive functioning and emotions like intuition and creativity. Despite these limitations, the cognitive approach fuels progress in psychology, contributing to cognitive behavioral therapy, artificial intelligence, and educational psychology. By unraveling how individuals perceive and interpret information, cognitive psychology offers valuable insights into human behavior and cognition, enriching various aspects of daily life. The social approach in psychology examines how social interactions, groups, and cultural factors influence individual behavior and mental processes. It emerged in the early 20th century with the work of researchers like Kurt Lewin and Muzafer Sherif, who pioneered studies on group dynamics and social influence. Prominent findings of the social approach include the concepts of conformity, obedience, and social identity. Classic experiments such as Stanley Milgram's obedience studies and Solomon Asch conformity experiments have shed light on how individuals' behavior can be influenced by social pressure and group norms. Controversies in the methodology and validity of social psychology research have arisen due to concerns about replication, ethical considerations, and biases in experimental design. Critics argue that some studies may lack ecological validity or fail to adequately account for individual differences in behavior. Nevertheless, the social approach remains significant in modern psychology. It provides valuable insights into phenomena such as prejudice, interpersonal relationships, and collective behavior. Social psychological principles are applied in fields such as marketing, organizational behavior, and public policy to understand and address societal issues and improve societal well being. The humanistic approach in psychology emerged in the mid 20th century as a response to perceived limitations in behaviorism and psychoanalysis. Led by figures like Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers, it highlights human uniqueness, personal growth, and subjective experiences. Unlike earlier views focusing on dysfunction, humanistic psychology emphasizes human potential for growth and fulfillment, exemplified in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where individuals aim for self actualization. It offers holistic, person centered perspectives, deepening our understanding of human behavior and motivation. However, critics note its lack of empirical evidence and idealistic portrayal of human nature may overlook darker aspects of behavior and environmental influences. Despite criticisms, the humanistic approach underscores the importance of personal growth and acceptance in therapeutic settings, shaping modern psychology with its emphasis on individual potential and subjective reality. Each psychological approach brings unique insights and perspectives to the table, shedding light on different facets of human behavior and mental processes. However, none of these approaches alone can capture the full complexity of human psychology. By integrating multiple perspectives eclectically, psychologists can enrich their understanding and analysis of psychological phenomena, drawing on the strengths of each approach while recognizing and addressing their weaknesses allows for a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of human behavior. An eclectic approach enables psychologists to approach psychological questions and issues from various angles, considering biological, cognitive, behavioral, psychodynamic, and humanistic factors. This multi-dimensional approach not only enhances our understanding of human psychology, but also opens up avenues for innovative research, effective intervention, and holistic approaches to mental health and well-being. In essence, while each psychological approach offers valuable insights, it is through the integration of diverse perspectives that we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of human psychology. Embracing eclecticism allows psychologists to navigate the intricacies of human behavior with flexibility, creativity, and rigor, ultimately contributing to a more holistic and nuanced understanding of psychology. If you found this video valuable, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Am Psyched for more mind-bending content. Stay curious and get psyched always. Thanks for watching!